Hello, global citizens of YouTube. Welcome back. And today I wanted to talk to you about a writer close to my own heart and an experience that has fascinated me pretty much all of my adult life and even before that, probably into my teenage years and so on. And today I want to talk to you about the writer Jhumpa Lahiri, who is an American-British Pulitzer Prize-winning author, born in London, originally of Indian parents. Her parents immigrated from India to the UK, and Jhumpa Lahiri, of course, grew up as British, moved to the US, became an American citizen, so British-American. And I think the reason that Jhumpa Lahiri appeals to me so much is that I have had this lifelong obsession with, well, at least as I mentioned earlier, since I started to move around and became an immigrant myself, having been born in the UK, moving with my family to South Africa, moving back from South Africa to the UK, moving around the UK, moving to Spain, moving from Spain to the US, living in Boston and moving to Dallas. And it's really that experience, the immigrant experience and the search for identity. Because when we do immigrate to another country, we usually tend to try to assimilate with our adopted home's cultures, and whilst doing so, we still try to retain a sense of our own identity and our heritage. And this is the thing that Lahiri writes about. The majority of her stories and novels are about this topic of immigrants dealing with daily life in their new country. And I love it because, again, it's just a very simple writing style, but just beautiful daily stories that are brought to life and dealing with everything from cultural interaction to relationships such as marriage, boyfriends, girlfriends, and so on, and how they bring about their own complexities. And the interesting thing, I wanted to just mention how I first came across Jhumpa Lahiri. I was actually lying on the couch one day in my home in England, and in England we have those little letter boxes, in the middle of the door. It's not you don't have a post box, and the postman just pushes your post through the thing, so you get this flap that opens and then slams closed. That's frightening enough as it is, but in this one particular case, I was lying there watching a film or whatever I was doing, and the flap started to lift. Okay, the postman is here. And it slammed closed, and then there was a large slam on the floor. And I looked to my side wondering what that was. And I found that I had a package with a magazine, and I'd recently finished my bachelor's degree in literature. And when I went over to pick it up, sure enough, there included in the package was this book, which is The Interpreter of Maladies. It's a collection of short stories published in 1999, and Jhumpa Lahiri's first work, and it's absolutely beautiful. You should get out there and pick it up and give it a go, and then explore more of Lahiri's writing as it develops and goes through different growth stages, I suppose, especially in terms of the relationships that are depicted in there, where it goes from second generation immigrants to first generation immigrants, and so on and so forth, and just really beautiful writing, and something that a topic that I'm deeply fascinated by, the search for identity. Thank you.